Today, the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce installed our new Board of Officers for 2017, and it was really a marvelous affair. We had Josh Landon from Fox 2. He was our MC.
It's good to be around people who are here to serve their community in their way. For me, as a journalist, it's telling the everyday story of everyday people. Here, the Chamber of Commerce is serving their community in a different way. So that's what I love about Metro Detroit. That's why I came back home.
And Steve Kaplan, the new West Bloomfield Supervisor, installed our boards.
Well, the Chamber serves many functions, many valuable functions, including a new business. When a new business comes to the community, this way the owners and their employees feel welcome, that they're part of a larger group. But there's a networking aspect to it, which is very valuable.
I'm really excited about Jody LaBuda, who is with Huntington Bank, as our new president. We have a great relationship. She has a lot of ideas and energy, and I think this is going to be our best year yet. I just want to thank our community for supporting the Chamber and let everyone know that the Chamber is here to help support your business.
Good morning, everyone. Warm welcome and good morning to all of you. I am Carrie Boulier, the administrator of the community here at Notting Hill West Bloomfield. We are a post-acute care transitional rehab community, and we thank you all for coming. This is our second year hosting, and we're glad to have you. It is my honor to introduce you to Josh Landon. He was born in Detroit, raised in the city's east side, and earned his degree in broadcast journalism from Eastern Michigan University. He started working in Lansing, Michigan as a reporter, and then worked in Florida, Virginia, Wisconsin, and now back home. After 8 years in different cities, he is now grateful for the opportunity to work for Fox 2. Since childhood, local TV inspired him. His mother used to make him watch local news in Detroit growing up, and she taught him that it's important to know what's happening around you. At some point during his childhood, local news became cool to him. Several times growing up, he met local TV reporters and meteorologists and was fascinated by what they did. From the moment he saw anchors and reporters doing their jobs, he was officially hooked and knew this was a job for him. It took him 8 years in the business, working in different cities before coming back home, and he's thrilled to be part of Detroit's comeback. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Josh Landon, Fox 2 News reporter.
Well, good morning, everyone. Again, thank you for having me here. It's a great honor to be here to introduce the new president soon. As just mentioned, yes, I was gone for 8 years, worked all over the country before I had the opportunity to come back home. It's great to be back in Metro Detroit. The thing I missed about home was you have a certain grit here. You have people who come from all walks of life, but just still had that grit and determination to do their part, to serve their community. And that's why I feel like I'm here today, to introduce someone else who is here to do their part in their way. For me, it's being back home and just telling the stories of everyday people, whether it's at City Hall or in a city neighborhood. It's interesting seeing stories or reporting on stories that I saw as a kid that I now report on as a man. Just having that perspective of, I saw that once upon a time, and now I'm seeing that again and giving that perspective. One story that stands out to me, it was a kickback scheme in Detroit Public Schools. A vendor by the name of Norman Shai had played a role in a kickback scheme for about 5 decades. And just growing up in Detroit Public Schools, seeing shady business here and there as a kid, you didn't really know what you saw at the time, but then seeing it now, it's like, wow. So I gave that perspective, and it is an honor to be at Fox 2, working with people who I grew up watching and have them encouraging me, telling me I have what it takes. Keep striving and keep pushing forward. So with that, thank you for having me again. Great honor. And let's introduce Tim Ferriss. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. It's funny, I was thinking about this. I've been involved in the chamber 7 or 8 years now, and it gets more and more comfortable getting up in front of the group. Ironically, you feel the most comfortable when you're saying farewell. So here we are. Like you, Josh, I wanted to mention that being in Michigan, it's interesting perspective, especially if you've traveled. I personally moved out of Michigan when I was 22 years old, but coming back is a choice. And that separates a lot of people that come back from those that are actually stay here. And with that choice, you have a different perspective. And a lot of the people in the room are involved with many chambers. And part of what I kind of convey is that our choice to stake a flag here in West Bloomfield and define what the spirit of West Bloomfield's Chamber of Commerce means is something that separates us from every community around us. Literally within a 5-mile radius, we could be involved with 5 different chambers. But the spirit here within the chamber, which Suzanne has helped us to develop and really reinvigorate, is a deeper chamber that has deeper relationships within its business and truly does try to have an impact in connecting businesses with the community. And I mentioned last year when I gave my inaugural speech that, you know, one of the things that I felt that was really positive about this chamber that's going on is that as we grow and become more successful within the community, our voice within the community also grows. And things that happen within West Bloomfield will actually convey out into the open, into the open media space. And ironically enough, a couple things happened last year. And I give credit to Suzanne for this because one of the things in particular, as everybody knows, we have our awards banquet that comes up in spring. Suzanne was one of the first to reach out to Dr. Mona before the Flint situation really catapulted to the national stage. And she recognized the fact that Dr. Mona was here, a local resident here in West Bloomfield. Consequently, as soon as she landed her to come and be our honoree, everybody and their brother wanted to get her involved with their programs. So, just using that anecdotally was, yes, that was somebody that had a pulse of the community, and we were able to reach out quickly into that environment. The second aspect that I noticed also was for those of you that participated in our leadership luncheon, last couple of years we've had fantastic speakers. We've really reached into the community. The first one was with Shinola. Last year we had Arn Tellem. We had Arn Tellem from the Pistons. The day before the Pistons announced they're going to Detroit, we have kind of a little sit down and a talk, and he leans in, we might be going to Detroit the day before the news actually breaks. So effectively, you scoop the news on that one, my dear. So, those are two just small stories. I've watched the chamber evolve over the 8 years that I've been involved here. Many businesses have joined our organization. Many of the folks that are here have changed roles within the organizations that they're with. And that's part of the spirit that stays with us. The businesses are continually growing within here, and that means that we're sending a good message, and we're also providing a great quality experience to the businesses in the community. We create value. And how do you create value as a group? Part of our impact within the community, and this is where I'm kind of really excited. I'm passionate about one of our groups that we're involved with, which is getting involved with the seniors within the community. We have a senior resource group that was basically in a place a couple of years ago where we had a lot of businesses that worked with the aging community here in West Bloomfield, but we didn't have a way to organize and get back involved with the community. And over the last couple of years, we've really dug in and became part of the community with that. We've been involved with Parks and Recreation. Heck, that group alone was recognized in, I guess that was it, as part of the, now the name escapes me, of course, when I'm up here. We were part of the Spirit of West Bloomfield during the Michigan Week. And they recognized our group because here in West Bloomfield, we don't actually have a senior center. So some of the things that the group as a whole needed was programming. And what we're doing on a monthly basis right now is providing programming into the community that is now standing room only, where these folks are signing up well in advance. As soon as you get your monthly calendars or their monthly or their quarterly books, they're signing up for the programs. And we're being well received. And this is something that I was passionate about, that I got involved with, and that kind of leads me to where Jody's going. Jody has been involved in the chamber now for over 5 years, and I'm going to toot your horn a little bit if you don't mind. She's been involved with the chamber for 5 years, and she's had a can-do spirit all along the way, where she's been involved with everything from rolling up her sleeves and getting out to meet all the new members, as well as anything that we've asked, she's been involved with. So in confidence, as I pass the gavel to you, I am very excited about what fresh ideas and fresh things you'll bring to the chamber. And thank you again for your commitment in the last year, for those that have helped me. This has been a group project, and I look forward to what comes next. And with that, thank you again. Take care.
Up next, we'd like to introduce Steve Kaplan, West Bloomfield Township Supervisor.
Welcome, everyone. When I saw Josh this morning, I said, Josh, it's always been my dream to be on television. So he gave me the business card for the producer of the radio station. It's a real honor to be here. I'd like to recognize three of our leaders in West Bloomfield. We have Chief Mike Patton, and he makes our community one of the safest in Michigan. So thank you, Chief. Terry Weingarten's our treasurer. Terry. And a newly elected trustee, a good friend of mine, but don't hold that against him, is Jim Mann. Well, Suzanne Levine's very well known, as you know. A good friend of mine was at the Vatican. He was exploring, and on stage was the Pope and Suzanne Levine. So this friend of mine turned to the guy next to him and said, who's the guy in the white robe talking to Suzanne Levine? So I don't know how you made it all the way to the Vatican. Well, none of you need for me to tell you how important your roles are in the community, but there's no question that a vibrant Chamber of Commerce is a barometer of a successful business community. The fact that all of you are here, and Tim, you've given your time, and Jody, you'll be giving your time, and the rest of the board, everybody has other things to do. You could be at the gym club, where I need to be, or you could go to work early, or you could be with your family, but you're all here. And that shows that you care, and West Bloomfield benefits from all of that. So before we begin the installation, you might wonder, what is he doing up here, and how was he elected? Well, I think the reason is I have a secret weapon. That's my wife, Lisa. So Lisa Kaplan is so well known, I think when people voted for supervisor, they thought they were voting for her. So with that, I would like to welcome the incoming officers, and we will do the installation now, the swearing. And by the way, in terms of who your installing officer would be today, it was between Jim and me and Terry, and we flipped a coin and I lost. So welcome to the incoming board members, and we will administer the oath, or oath. All right, so thanks. So please raise your right hand. I do, as an officer or director, hereby swear or affirm, that I will support the bylaws, and mission, of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. I will faithfully implement the duties of my office as a member of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce to the best of my ability throughout my term of office. Congratulations.
So before she comes up, I'd like to share a few words about Jody LaBuda, your new incoming president. Jody LaBuda is a results-oriented banking professional, over 30 years of sales and branch management experience, general bank operation. Jody is currently an area sales manager for Huntington National Bank, presiding over in South Lyon and the Plymouth area. Jody also holds a doctorate degree from Concord Law School in California and is a graduate of Central Michigan University. Fellow Mac, greatly. I can appreciate that. Jody, in her spare time, volunteers for Junior Achievement as an economic mentor to fifth graders and assists families with financial budgeting through Financial Peace University. Jody has also been a member of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce since 2012, so she's an active member here, and congratulations. Judy lives in Westland, Michigan, and she lives with her 7-year-old dog, Tucker, and her 15-year-old cat, Roscoe. So everyone, please introduce the new incoming president, Jody LaBuda.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank Nottingham for a great facility. It's a very beautiful facility for us to hold this event at, so thank you very much. Next, I'd like to thank Steve Kaplan, our Township Supervisor, for doing the installation, and we did a very good job. Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to thank Tim Ferris, our 2016 president. Tim brought a lot of synergy and passion to the position to start to have the chamber move forward as we go on. He really brought a lot of passion into getting the senior resource group into place and just trying to get everybody involved and engaged in the chamber. So with that, Tim, the chamber would like to present you with a gift for your wonderful service.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I could not go on without thanking our great executive director. There's her tireless efforts and passion around everything that she does at the chamber has just made me want to, motivated me to want to do my best in everything I do. She has just been an example of a great leader and a great mentor to myself, and I just want to thank her. Going forward into 2017, one of the things that I would like to see the chamber is to continue to do just what Suzanne has done. I think a big part of the chamber would be to mentor the up-and-coming businesses owners and have a great aspect into everybody getting involved and sharing that mentorship like Suzanne did with myself. The legacy I would like to leave when at the end of my term is that coming into the chamber, it was a place, coming into West Bloomfield as a business owner or working for another company, right off the start, it's a logical place to join the chamber, to get involved and to mentor someone as we have all been mentored and helps us in our positions where we work and in our community and in our life in general. So I hope that it can support you in this endeavor, and I am open to any new ideas that we can do, and I hope we have a great 2017.
One more round of applause for Jody LaBuda, your new incoming president. Congratulations. Don't you like when you come to an event and everything moves along quickly and it doesn't drag on? Everyone got to say what they needed to say. Everyone can get to work on time. So with that, I'd like to just close. Everyone have a great Friday. If you're going to the black tie event, enjoy. Make it out to the auto show sometime this weekend. A lot of good things are happening in downtown Detroit. And before I leave, what station does everyone watch? There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.